Welcome to the Uncultured Opinions Podcast.
Welcome to the Uncultured Opinions Podcast. Welcome to the Uncultured Opinions Podcast.
And holy shit, guys, we did it.
You downloaded fucking malware on my laptop. I'll challenge the Clintons just like I challenged God. Neither of them are gonna do anything, so it's fine.
He's probably the hottest actor there is.
You can't rush masterpiece. You're losing
Okay,
Brent's reevaluating his whole existence right now.
just cancel it and start over.
You know, people like that exist. I saw a leaked video. Why the fuck?
Way too many anime titties.
See, I know things. Welcome to the unexpected early return of the podcast. Brent is here, even though he said he was fucking quitting.
Well, change my mind.
Welcome back for just one episode, right? You just were hopping on this one.
Yeah, I just thought this one was an iconic moment.
Here's the thing. I was planning on taking a break until, like we said, January 1st. Or really whatever Wednesday it was, because that's our release day. But then this Disney investors thing happened, and Sam was like, "Hey, let's do one. Let's talk about it." So here we are, because I didn't want to discuss it in like 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's old news by then.
It is, but it's news now. So we're gonna talk a little bit of housekeeping. We're kind of shifting the whole structure of the podcast a little bit. Basically listening to people's feedback. Just shifting a little bit less from the strictly movies idea to more of a entertainment based / conversation based podcast, if that makes sense. Basically, we just get really good responses on our Let's Just Talk episodes, and then our episodes where we forget to talk about the movie, like Joker, and basically half of them. But people seem to really like the first half of those, so we're just kind of structure that. We're still going to discuss movies, entertainment, TV shows and shit, but just less focus on that, if that makes sense.
It's just normally like our format is the episode is about the movie and then everything else is filler. So we're kind of
exactly.
reversing it.
It'll more be like filler, but not filler, but like the conversation based. But if there was a movie we all watched, which we're still going to try to cover movies, that's like, but just mostly like we've had a lot of weeks where we've had like just okay movies because we had to get something out. We had to pick a movie and like just none of us were excited about it, and those just didn't turn out good. So if we all want to watch it, then it'll be a good episode to talk about a movie. But if not, we're not going to stress it, if that makes sense. I think that'll make the conversation flow a little bit better. But anyway, if you're here, welcome. Sit in, because this is going to get this might get a bit heated, because I know we got a lot of opinions on all the announcements from. I don't think we're gonna get into anything other than Disney today.
Yeah, true. I mean, Lil Wayne went to jail.
Did he actually go to jail?
In jail yet?
Yeah, he's facing 10 years in prison due to like a federal weapons charge.
I saw that, but I didn't know if he had been convicted yet. Wasn't there also heroin on his plane?
I haven't read the full story yet.
I've only heard from people, so I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Twitter.
I know the weapons thing is true. Anyway.
I know he sold his he also sold all his masters to Universal for $100 million. So I guess he's trying to get that bail up. Kind of sucks he had to sell all his masters and shit though.
I don't think he had to be perfectly honest with you.
No, I mean I think a lot of people are like, oh hey, rapper is rich, he can afford anything. But I'm pretty sure the bail to get out of 10 years.
That's true. I mean, like I feel like everyone feels the same way. Like if I know of someone who's famous, I'm like they just have unlimited money. Like I know they're not rich, but you know what I mean. Like they can get it if they want it, type deal. That's definitely not the case.
Yeah,
But,
I also
Sam,
feel
you were
like,
saying something.
I feel like it might have just been like also like some of his not big stuff. Like sometimes people like offload like their, I don't know how to say, like their not popular stuff, but like still get money for it. Does that make kind of sense?
Yeah, I get what
like
you're
Lil
saying.
Wayne could be like, okay, here are my I Am Not a Human Being albums and like some of his mixtapes for $100 million.
True,
And, like, just
but like
keep
the
all
way
the
it's
card
worded,
defaults.
Can't you just listen to them for free, like on Spotify? Like who's gonna pay $100 million for this shit? That's
I mean,
a recycled joke that throws around, but I thought it was
True, Sam, but at the same time, I kind of feel like when you say Lil Wayne sold his masters, it kind of sounds like even like Funeral or the Carter and all that is probably Universal probably owns all the Carters and everything now.
Yeah, true. Could be the case. I don't know the details, so.
Yeah, me neither.
Alrighty. I've got. Are you all ready to jump into this Disney shit?
Sure.
All right. So, quick question for y'all before. So I was gonna do a quick spit off of everything announced, and then break it down section by section. Quick discussion, but
Is it
I know
quick?
we've all
Is
read.
your quick going to be quick, or are we going to be here for
No,
30 minutes talking about every
no,
show
my
that's
quick,
been
my
announced?
quick. I am literally just going to name what was announced in each genre, and then we will go back on the ones that we feel need to be discussed. Obviously, Star Wars, Marvel will be, but I was going to rattle them off, just
Okay.
everything that we hear.
Sounds good.
But before I do that, I know we've all looked at it. I don't know if you've looked at everything, but you've basically seen it. Initial impressions, good, bad, too much, definitely not enough is not an option here.
I think it depends
Just-
on like what you're discussing. Like I think there's some like maybe the Disney and Pixar things. I'm like, okay, some of these are like clearly you saw how much people were watching Zootopia or something on Disney Plus and was like, hey, let's capitalize on this. So some of them are kind of dumb, and there's a lot of them that I'm hyped for. Like I don't necessarily agree that it's too much. I think some areas is definitely too much though.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just gonna rattle off everything real quick. I've got it. Hang on, let me pull up the things that Brent sent me.
Yeah,
Alright, here we
I'm
go.
sending them all to my
So-
Discord now, so I can look them at them. On the
Oh
computer.
yeah, are you gonna send them in Discord? Because that would be easier. Because I have my computer pulled up.
Oh shit, yeah, I'll just do it in the chat. I sent them all to me.
Don't send them to you. That doesn't do me any good.
Well, I didn't know you wanted them. Now I'm sending in. I'll put them in pod discussion.
Where's that at? This is not what people want to listen to. But anyway, so there's some we've already heard of. I'll probably just rattle those off anyway. Actually, you know what? I'll skip those. So I'll start with Lucasfilm, the Star Wars. So we've got Mandalorian season 3 and 4 were confirmed. Rangers of the New Republic was announced, which is a Mando spinoff. Ahsoka, also Mando spinoff. Andor, Obi-Wan and Kenobi. Bad Batch, Visions, Lando, The Acolyte, Droid Story, Willow, and Rogue Squadron were all announced. That is 1, 2, 3,
And Indy
4,
5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 movies / TV shows announced for Star Wars. Pixar, we have Soul. We knew about that one. That one was coming. Doug Day's Cars TV show. Doug Day's TV show. Win or Lose. I know nothing about that. Luca, Turning Red, Lightyear. Oh, to be fair, I know nothing about that. It's not a show. I was in response to one of them because that's the first time I've seen it. And Lightyear. Walt Disney Animation. Raya and the Last Dragon, Baymax TV show, Zootopia Plus, Tiana, Moana, Awaju, probably pronounced it wrong, and Encanto. I know I pronounced that wrong. I cannot remember. Marvel. Oh, this is the stuff that we already know. Is there anything new on this list? No.
I mean, they definitely touched on
I'll
a
read.
lot of them.
Actually, so we got more information on WandaVision, Doctor Strange, Falcon Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Loki, What If, Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel 2, Eternals, Hawkeye, and She-Hulk, but we already knew about all of those, but just more information. Moon Knight, this is the new Marvel stuff. Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, I Am Groot, Thor, Love and Thunder, Blade, Ant-Man, Quantumania, Black Panther 2, and Fantastic Four. Whew. Disney just kind of standalone shit. Hocus Pocus 2, 3 Minute and a Baby remake, Safety, Flora and Ulysses, Cheaper by the Dozen remake, Diary of a Wimpy Kid animated, new Ice Age movie, and animated Night at the Museum. We also have, and this is the last of it, Disney TV, Mighty Ducks TV show, Turner and Hooch remake TV show, or Turner Hooch, not it's a movie. Big Shot and the Mysterious Benedict Society, which is based on a book. So
you missed one of them.
which one did I miss? Oh, I see. I skipped it. Gee, it's just there's so much. Last one. This is just Disney movies. We have Jungle Cruise, Lion King, The Little Mermaid, Chip and Dale, Pinocchio, Peter Pan and Wendy, Disenchanted, Sister Act 3, and Cruella. So, holy shit, which one do we want to dive into first?
Yeah, this is difficult. I kind of wish we would like go through it and then talk about each one because there's some of them I'd want to clarify, like, oh, this is a show, this is an event series, these are shorts.
I
and,
have
like, there's-
that pulled up if you have questions. I might have to.
I mean,
take a second to
I
find
know most of them. I'm just saying,
Oh, okay.
like, to
Well,
clarify
which-
for the pod.
Well, let's start with the small ones first. All right, I'll start with the Disney Television Studios one, which is new. We have the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. I don't know how I feel about it. Could be interesting. I like the Mighty Ducks movies. It's a TV show. They said there is a returning character. Familiar face is the word that they used. But we don't know who that is.
I have an issue.
Yes.
Who the fuck cares about the Mighty Ducks anymore?
Dude, those movies were goated, but I understand.
Bro, dude, yeah, but they're so old. Like, no one
I know.
cares. Move on.
From what I understand, it is. I'm assuming one of the kids will be coaching a little league team, another Mighty Ducks team.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what
literally like, oh, dude, do you guys see Cobra Kai? You guys see? Let's do that, but with
True.
the Mighty
Cobra.
Ducks.
I mean, yeah, that's honestly probably where they got the idea from. All right, then let's do this. Yay or nay? Will you be tuning in to Mighty Ducks Game Changers?
I don't know anything on this slide, so no to all four of those.
Well, we're not there yet. Yay or nay? Mighty Ducks.
No. I just said no to all of them, so that kind of includes
I am
mine.
Okay,
I am
well-
no on that one, just for literally every reason possible.
I might if I have time, but it'll probably be an ignore. Turner and Hooch. I believe that's a movie, right?
Yeah,
Well, this is
starring
television.
Josh Peck.
Yeah, starring Josh Peck. I mean, I think it could be good, but also, can we stop with the remakes? And I will probably say that about 40 times throughout this episode. Like, stop
Yeah.
with the remakes, the reimagines, the sequels to super old shit. Like, it doesn't need to happen. Turner and Hooch. I mean, I don't know. It could be interesting with the CGI we have today. I don't know. I won't be tuning in. Honestly, that's all I have to say about it. I don't. Yay or nay?
No. I mean, possibly because I like Josh Peck, but
Yeah, that's the same thing. But but I'm not excited for it.
Yeah, I'm out on this
That's
one,
my thing.
too.
Yeah.
Big Shot. I don't know anything about it, so I can't speak to it. Any thoughts on you guys there?
no.
No.
There's a 0%
Moving on.
shot that I watch it.
Mysterious Benedict Society. We saw a glimpse of like a teaser type deal. It's a maybe, but probably not. But at least it's new, so if anything gets me to look at it, it's a totally new thing based on a book series. So like that's kind of the more of all the shit that we've seen. Like I'd like to get a number count, but it's something I'm more inclined to because it's new. I don't want to see something reimagined. So that's a maybe for me.
Yeah, I know we'll touch on it like a lot during this episode, but like my big thing is I don't mind reimaginings, sequels to old stuff. Like I think it could be really interesting, but when you look at a lot of this list, like there's barely anything original on here.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
guess
my point. There's
some of
more
the
that's the
Marvel
biggest
and
issue with
Star
it.
Wars stuff is definitely original, if you quote unquote. but
it is
like,
and it isn't. But
yeah,
we'll get
quote
into that.
unquote. But there's not especially Disney, like and Pixar, like a lot of it is like just sequels and stuff like that, which is fine. But I want more original stuff, especially
Yeah.
Pixar, because they're good at that type of stuff.
100%. All right, moving on. The next Disney tab. I don't know if you guys have it pulled up. We'll start with Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise, I will 100% be tuning in. Looks really good. I don't know. It looks good. It's original. I mean, it's a sequel, but like it's not a remake, so I can get behind it. It looks good. I will definitely be watching this one. It's also got The Rock in it, so I'm excited. Any yay or nay are y'all?
I don't know what it is, so I
Yeah.
mean I'll probably tune in.
It's a Jungle Book sequel.
Oh, that's sick.
Maybe.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. Lion King, which
This
is
is-
a
yeah, this is a
Lion
prequel.
King prequel. I could not care less about this.
That's really original.
See-
so I'm out.
Well,
I
we
liked,
have.
I liked
we,
2019 Lion King. I know I'm like one of the 5 people, but to me
no,
it was Lion King, just told in live action CGI. So I
No.
couldn't really find anything I didn't like about it.
no.
It looked
That-
beautiful.
I agree. That's not my issue. So like, I also like 2019 Lion King. It wasn't new. The story was exactly the same, but like it was good reimagined. See, that's the one I'm kind of okay with reimagining it because seeing it in live action, quote, it's technically animated, but you know what I mean, like realistic, was super neat. So I enjoyed it. The reason I'm not excited for this is because didn't we already have like a prequel animated Lion King, and
1.5
it was
wasn't-
shit. But
1.5 was like
the-
it was a prequel, but it wasn't. I feel like if you go into a prequel with this new Lion King, you could touch on like Mufasa and Scar as like kids, like going into like, and then early adults coming into like maybe why Scar was outcast or like why he got the scar. And if it's some dumb like Nick Fury thing where it's like someone randomly attacks him, I'm gonna be mad. But like if you touch on like why he was outcast, the battle for the throne, that kind of stuff, that would be really interesting.
Dude, we watching Game of Thrones?
maybe. Maybe my point is I'm not excited for it because the only Lion King shit that I like was the original and
Is that 'cause
the
you're racist?
2019. What? What does that have to do with anything? No, the original and the live action remake, and that's it. I didn't like 1.5, Lion King 2. We've seen it before. It didn't work. I didn't like them,
liked it.
so I'm not. I couldn't care about this one. I probably will not watch it. Sam,
Yeah, I'm out. I already told you I was
you're out. All right, Little Mermaid live
I'm
action.
so hyped for
Yes,
this.
I'm in.
I love the Little
for
Mermaid.
Yeah, I'm in. When they do the reimagines of something like this, like so far it's worked every time. So
Who is who's
Al-
the Little Mermaid?
Aladdin. Did we get
Isn't
an
it
announcement
Zoe?
on that?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Hang on, I've got it pulled up. Let me just scroll to it.
Okay.
Wasn't everyone all
Little
mad
Mermaid.
about it?
Ariel is Holly
Berry.
Bailey. No, Holly Bailey.
What?
I don't know who that is.
Bro, now I'm so confused.
No, I
Now
don't
I'm so
pull up trailer.
confused.
Oh, come on. Let me just pull up the picture. I'm on Twitter. Holly Bailey is Ariel.
Who is that?
David Diggs is Sebastian. I don't recognize. The only one of these names that I recognize is Melissa McCarthy is Ursula.
Oh yeah, people are upset that the
Why?
Little Mermaid isn't the same skin color as the animated one.
You mean they're mad that she's not white?
Yes.
I couldn't. I'm not bothered by it.
Yeah. I have
Yeah,
no
as
issue.
much as I really love Ariel, I'm not
couldn't give
mad
it-
that I'm not mad that she's not a white redhead. Like I don't really care. Bring in
I do
I
representation.
do like some redheads though.
No, I agree. I couldn't give a shit though because it's not Little Mermaid. The mermaid is not a cultural thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, it's not like if you were to replace Mulan with a different race, because
Yeah.
Mulan is obviously a cultural thing. Mermaid is not really cultural, so I really don't think it matters what race you make her as long as it's a good
Dude,
actor.
Mermaids are gonna be pissed that you
actress.
just said they don't have a culture.
Okay, well, the mermaids can fucking come at me then. Anyway,
only
back
if you
to.
go in the water.
So yes, we were all hyped for Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Chippendales.
Like the men that dance naked.
No, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh.
Isn't it voiced
Again,
by it's John
it's-
Mulaney
it's
and then someone else? I forgot.
Andy Samberg and John
Yeah.
Mulaney. And John Mulaney is Chip. Andy Samberg is Dale. Again, I think it'll be good. I probably won't be tuning in just because it's I don't know. It's another remake is the thing. That's so probably.
I'm excited, but I don't have nostalgia for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a bad opinion towards it. I'm not against it. It's just something. It just doesn't pique my interest.
Yeah, I'm in the
Sam, yay. Same
no,
with
I'm out.
just eh.
Yeah.
Peter Pan and Wendy. This is also another live action. It could be good, but I've never really been a huge Peter Pan person, so
Yeah, I don't really.
I
care
might
for
watch it. I think it's a good idea. It's just not one I'm excited for, if that makes sense. I'm not against it. I'm just also probably not going to watch it. But
See, I feel like I'd
I'm
be
not
more
anti.
likely to watch this than most of the rest of the list.
Yeah. Oh, I skipped one. Pinocchio. Pinocchio, I'm hyped for it. Tom Hanks is in Pinocchio, so
I'm really hyped for Pinocchio. They
I
talked
think it's
about
gonna
like
be good. So far, all the live action remakes that they've done of this stuff is just it's killer.
Mhm.
They're killing it. So
They talked about bringing in like top of the line CGI for it, so I'm really excited to see what they
isn't
do
everything
with it.
Disney does top of the line CGI?
I mean, you could debate a few things.
Okay. Yes, I'm in for Pinocchio. I'm trying to move through these fast because I know we're going to
let's-
get into
let's
big
try to, like,
discussion.
zoom
Or
through
just
them
say
a
the
little
name
bit.
and then
Yeah.
we'll say if we're in or out.
Okay. I'm just trying to because I know we're going to get into discussion over Marvel and Star Wars. So, yes, I'm in Pinocchio.
Probably not.
Disenchanted, I'm so
well, you got to
hyped
let
for.
Sam. Wait on. Sam didn't answer if he
I'm
was
not
in for
in.
Pinocchio or
No.
not. Okay.
I'm not in most of these. Looking at this list,
All
there's
right.
most of these I'm not in.
Disenchanted. I'm hyped for Disenchanted. Actually, it's an original. It's not based off an animated
No, it's
one.
a sequel.
I know, but I mean, like, it's a sequel, but it's like it's not a remake or anything. Like, it's a sequel
True.
to Enchanted, which is like a modern day like Cinderella type deal or something. I'm not 100% sure. I remember as I
Enchanted
watched
was like hella underrated. That was a really good
That's
movie.
what I'm saying. Enchanted was great. We're getting a sequel. Amy Adams is returning. I am in. I am in for Disenchanted. Yay or nay, y'all?
I'll
You
have
know
to
me,
watch.
I'm
I'll
hyped.
have to watch the original too, but I would be down.
It's-
As long as
it's
like
good.
a sequel, I'm not too upset about.
Sister Act 3.
Yeah, these next two I'm kind of about.
Sister Act 3, I'm nay. Just because I have not seen Sister Act 1 or 2. Probably will not be watching that one just because I never did. So, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it because I watched him in like choir class, but I can't really say I have a huge affinity for him.
Samuel.
I'm out. I've never seen them.
And Cruella. I think I'm probably in on this one. I like the idea of reimagining villains or singular characters into their own thing. It's kind of original, kind of a spinoff, but it's not totally a remake, so I'm in for it. Brent?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah,
I don't really
we'll
care.
see.
You're out. Okay. This one. Okay. The next one we will be discussing is this. I am not. I keep thinking that y'all can see my screen. I'm not in on any of these. Hocus Pocus 2. Absolutely
I know what
fucking
you're
not.
looking at.
Get the hell out of here. I'm moving my way up. If y'all
Yes,
can
I
see
know,
what I'm doing.
but it's cheaper. But
But-
what's the Night at the Museum one?
Well, hang on. We'll get
That's
there.
an-
When we get. That's the last one. We're going down the list. Hocus Pocus. I am hella out.
Bro,
That is
Yeah,
the most overrated movie of all
that movie
time.
is
I'm sure
so
if you've ever.
bad.
Yeah, I really hate
thank
Hocus
you.
Pocus.
Thank you. I'm
Every-
glad we're all on
dude,
the same
we're gonna
page.
get canceled
Hocus
by
Pocus
every
slander.
SJW that's ever been obsessed with Hocus Pocus.
Dude, Hocus Pocus slander is 100% allowed. Right. Hocus Pocus is awful, super overrated. I will not be tuning in. I could not be. I think Hocus Pocus 2 is probably the least enthused movie on this entire list that I am totally out.
Yeah, I
Three
just
men-
don't care about like three like old quirky witches. Like that's just not me. Like I'm not the target demographic, but it was just so bad. I really don't like
No,
it.
it was really bad. 3 Men and a Baby. I am out. It is just another cash grab at a remake, if you ask me. Could not be more unenthused. Definitely a nay.
Yeah, I'm out on all of these until we get to Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Safe. Oh, Sam. 3 Men and a Baby.
Out.
In or out?
I don't even know what that is.
It's just a remake
Yep,
from an
I'm
older
out.
Disney movie. Just nope. Safety. It's a sports movie. It's original. I'm not super excited. It's already out though. I might watch it though. But
If it's out, I'll give it a shot.
It's the one I'm most into on this list right here. So, actually, you know what? I'll give it a yay. It's totally new. It's a sports one. Yes, I'm in. Thoughts? No? Just me?
I don't. I'd have to look more into it. I don't know.
I think it's a football one.
Then I'm probably in.
Yeah, from what I saw of it, it looks pretty. It looks interesting. I'll probably watch it soon.
Just go ahead and move on if we don't say anything.
Okay. Flora and Ulysses. I actually didn't see anything about this, so I'm not going to speak on that one.
Okay, skip.
So maybe because the fact that it's definitely, it seems to be new, so it doesn't seem to be a spinoff of something. Cheaper by the dozen, definitely out. I really like the original. I'm not a fan of remakes. I don't think it's necessary. I'm out.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Sam,
Yeah,
you
I'm
the
out
same?
too.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
So in for this.
I think I'm in, and the only reason I think I'm in is I hated with a passion the live actions, because there was absolutely no godforsaken reason that they should have made it a live action.
Okay,
I
1
don't
through
understand.
3 were good.
No.
4 was so ass.
feel like-
No, they were all bad. It's not something that needed to be adapted into live action.
I really love the
I
books,
think it- I
and I
thi-
like the
no,
first
so-
3 movies, so I'm hyped for this because it's the art style of the books in like
That's-
a 3D kind of colored animation. I'm so in for it.
Yes, that's
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
Brent really likes
it's a
this
show.
because this is literally his life.
No, I'm with Brent on this one. I feel like they finally got it right. Like,
That way,
if you're gonna make a Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, it needs to be animated, and they're animating it in the book style but 3D. Like,
yeah, and this is a
I
show
would-
too, and this
yeah.
is what I'm hyped for because as much as I like the first 3 movies, they ran into a problem, especially when they had to make the 4th one because the kids just grow up way too fast. So this doing an animation show style, you can go on for like 20 seasons, God forbid, if you want to, because it's animated. So I'm really hyped to see what they do with this format. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, if they took the book script for script and just like word for word and just put it in the animation style, I honestly wouldn't care.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Anyway, I'm in. Maybe I'll check it out. Ice Age. I'm out. I haven't seen probably the last 2 Ice Age. I think there's too many.
The last one was
I
so
love
bad.
I love the first 3, but I could not be bothered to watch the others. I think sometimes shit goes on for too long. Ice Age just met its cap. I am out.
Mm-hmm.
Night at the Museum. I'm in. It's an animated. Is it a movie or show? Do you remember?
Show.
Show. It's animated. I will at least check it out.
Oh, then I'm way out.
I'm in.
I'm out.
I'm in.
All right. Do we have? I'm gonna skip over Marvel for now.
Yeah, just go to Pixar.
Walt
and-
Disney. I'm gonna go
all
to
them.
the animation studios. Ray and the Last Dragon. I'm in. Saw that we got a glimpse of the world. If you looked at it, totally new. Definitely in.
Okay, I'm down
Yeah, I'm in.
because they got some good shows in
Baymax.
there.
Baymax. I'll at least check it out. It's based on the text style alone. It appears to be very young kid.
That's perfect for you.
Typed. Well, Big Hero 6 is one of my favorite ones. I'll at least check it out. I think that would work for a TV show. So I'm in. Zootopia
Yeah.
Plus.
I really loved Big Hero 6. If
Big-
it's more of a kid style, I probably won't watch it, but I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I probably won't watch it, but I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's reaching.
Hmm.
Zootopia Plus. Also, I think it's a good idea. Whether or not I'll be tuning in, I don't know, but I don't think it's too much.
Yeah, I mean, Zootopia is one of those things where it's like I wouldn't mind a show. I just kind of hope they treat their like who they know their audience is, because like it wasn't just like a lot of kids that really liked Zootopia. Like it was kind of like
it was a
really
bunch
good...
of fucking furries too.
That's true. But like I think Zootopia did a really good thing where it treated the audience like they were smart. You know, they didn't hammer it down too much. I'm like, this is like
No.
racial America.
No,
No,
I
it
totally-
was, but they didn't like hammer it in.
We're
So,
not
like,
going to
I-
talk about racial injustice in Zootopia.
So
But,
like I really,
it was a good
I'm just
movie.
saying, I hope they keep that kind of like style up to where it's not just like a kids thing. then I'd be
maybe
hyped for it.
based on from what I've seen, I think it's gonna be basically exactly like the movie. I think Baymax is going to be. Remember Netflix did a Big Hero 6 show, and the animation style was a little bit cheaper or different at the very least. I think it's gonna be like that. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna bundle up Tiana and Moana together. They are TV shows. I am out. I feel like these are a reach. I really liked Princess and the Frog, and I loved Moana. I would rather see a sequel movie to both of these than a spin-off TV show. I feel like it's more of a cash grab, so I'm out.
Moana is so unnecessary.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
that
I
movie
agree.
was amazing, but I want a sequel. I don't want. I'll let Sam
I
talk
don't
in
know
a
what's
second.
up
I'm
with all
sorry.
these, like,
I
TV
just-
shows. Sorry to interrupt fully.
It's
No, you're
because
good.
I'll tell you the reason for TV shows. The reasoning for TV shows is because you will not get any argument or backlash if they drop a TV show just on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It brings in audience. If they do a movie, then it's gonna have to go to theaters. Or if you drop it exclusively on Disney Plus, they're not gonna make any money unless they do the premium drop like they did with Mulan, which got a shit ton of backlash. Most of the movies, I think they mentioned like 2 of them are going to be in that premium thing for a little bit where you have to pay $30 to watch it or whatever. Most of them are not. They're still going to theaters. It's an easier way to bring stuff in so that they can put more shit on Disney Plus. They're trying to compete with Netflix, is what it is. So
Yeah, I can't remember
that's
if I
why
said
I'm
at the
out.
beginning of the pod or if I told Ethan, but it really does kind of seem like they looked at like, oh, okay, this is what people are watching. A lot of kids are watching Moana and Zootopia. Let's just make shows about them. Moana just seems so unnecessary. Like I don't understand what you're gonna do in a show format. Like what adventures are Moana gonna go on? Like I really don't understand what you're gonna do. And then Tiana, like I guess I could see that, but they word it in a way of like her going on as like they say she's like an entrepreneur and then also a princess, and it's like I don't like. I like Princess and the Frog, and I would definitely watch it, but I don't know really the point.
No, if it was a sequel, I'd watch it. Same thing with Moana. If it was a sequel, I would definitely be in. It's a TV show. I am out. Doesn't need it. Moving on. Iwaju, from what I think I'm pronouncing it right. Probably wrong. If I do, I apologize. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is from a brand new, a amateur or first time director. I think is what it was. This one looks pretty interesting. It's unique. I'll probably check it out. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm gonna bundle that with Encanto. I 100% pronouncing that wrong. Both of those, they're original. They're new. I will at least check them out at the very least.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch them for being original. I love original animation.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. I'm trying to jump to unless Sam had something to say about
as long as
those.
it's original stuff, I'm okay with it.
Okay, Pixar. Soul probably in. It's original. It's new. Yes.
Please go to a theater to see that if you can, please.
Shut up, Brent. Okay, so I'm gonna try to lump these. Soul, Luca, and Turning Red. I'm definitely in. They are Pixar movies, totally brand new, original stuff. I will at least check them out. Same, yay, nay.
Soul looks really good. I don't
There's
know
a
much about the
chance,
other
maybe.
two, but I'll check them out.
Turning Red looks pretty good. Doug Days and Cars, I will not be checking out. They are
Dude, I'm so hyped for Cars.
They are just spin-offs. We have a lot of car stuff. Not that I dislike it. I just think it's...
They're both shows, I think. I
Yeah,
think
they
Doug
are.
Days might be shorts.
Their show. What is it? Yeah, Doug Days is shorts, I believe. Cars is a TV show. I couldn't care. I don't know anything about Win or
I
Lose.
don't care about spin-off
Lightyear,
TV shows.
I'm actually really excited for Lightyear.
Same.
So, Lightyear is
Did
not
you guys
actually...
Did you guys watch the old Buzz Lightyear Star Command show?
I've
Yes.
not, no.
That show is amazing. If this is like a live action version of that, because I know they said it's like a origin story of the human Buzz Lightyear that the toy is based off of. So I don't know if you're going into like space and like catching aliens and stuff.
No,
but
so Lightyear is actually... It's not based off of Buzz Lightyear. It's based off of the inspiration... So, like, in the...
Well, yeah, it's the
in
person
the
it's
Toy
the human
Story...
that the toy is
Yes.
based
That's
off
what
of.
Brent said.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so it's not based off the toy. It's
Yeah,
based off the human
and it's
who inspired the toy.
inspiration. Yes, I'm super excited, and it's voiced by Chris Evans, so I'm excited.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna get. I'm gonna jump into Marvel first because we'll probably have more of a discussion on Star Wars. Marvel. I'm going to skip the. We've already had a big discussion about the other ones, like just the stuff that we saw more information of. Unless, well,
let me go ahead and.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
there
not
was
going
some
to touch on
actually.
everyone, but I'm just going to touch on new information we know about all of these.
Okay, go ahead.
So they touched more on Wanda Vision tying into Multiverse of Madness. We knew that. That makes sense. I think they mentioned Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel is going to show up in WandaVision, so that's kind of cool, like as an adult. Also tying into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is Spider-Man 3, which I don't know if we're going to talk about that this episode because there's
We'll
so many
skip
more
we'll
announcements.
next
for that movie.
episode we'll talk about it. I'm not. I have my own thoughts on that.
They
That's
showed
that's a whole discussion on its own.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so uninterested for that movie at this point.
Yeah, I am
Like,
too.
We'll talk about it later. Next time I'm on the pod. Falcon Winter Soldier, we got a new
The trailer I'm
for
so hyped.
looks
I'm
really good. Yeah.
so hyped. I'm excited.
And that comes out in March.
No, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's February, isn't it?
March.
Or is it April? Or is it March? I think it's.
I think it's March because Loki's May. And then WandaVision is January, so it's
Yeah.
like 30 days or something. Until
Yeah.
WandaVision.
Loki looks like the best one.
Yeah, we'll
Hands
get
down.
to it, but Black Widow, they didn't announce anything new about it, but they're sticking to their guns. It's going to theaters, which I never really thought I would like look at Disney to like save the theaters, but that's
They
what
might.
they're trying to do.
I'll definitely.
I work at a movie theater and a little bit of knowledge. AMC projects that it's going to go broke by January, so go see a movie if you have the ability to in your area.
I like being responsible for Brent not having jobs, so
Fuck you.
I'll go see a movie after they announce bankruptcy at a different theater.
God damn it. Loki looks really good. It
Loki
looks
looks fantastic.
I
Sam,
don't
did
like
you
the
watch
character
any
of-
of these trailers
Nope.
at all? I knew you didn't.
Bro, I had a busy.
What
I had a
if-
busy
I'm not a huge
couple
fan of
days.
Loki like as a character.
Dude,
Just
what?
because like people simp on Loki too much, but like the show looks really good. They're going for like a time cop kind of thing. Like every time he like
Yeah,
tries to teleport, he has to like go do something or some shit.
People
Yeah,
simp
it looks
over
pretty
Tom
interesting.
Hiddleston mainly.
yeah, but who doesn't? To be fair.
Yeah.
What if
And what?
Brent? Ooh,
I'm
did you
s-
see
I-
that clip from What If?
What if what?
Where, dude,
Which one? I saw the trailer.
the clip with Steve Rogers as a zombie,
Oh yeah.
Is it low key good?
and he.
See, the thing with
Ooh, it
What
looks
If
so
is,
good.
it was a really good trailer, but there wasn't a lot of new information. If you're like me and you had seen the leaks already, like from last like D23, but it still is a very hype trailer. And there's some cool ones, like there's like What If Peggy Carter was Captain America, so you
Yeah.
have like Steve Rogers being Iron Man.
It
Then you have
looks-
some ones that are probably going to be weird, but like it's a really weird concept, but they'll probably pull it off. Like What If T'Challa was Star-Lord? It's like, okay,
Right.
what are you doing with that? But it's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
if
No,
they're
it looks super good.
dedicating time to it.
Shang-Chi.
And then there's a Marvel Zombies episode.
Shang-Chi, the only information we got is that they finished filming and we got a full cast list. Miss Marvel, some new information, don't remember what it was. Captain Marvel
Yeah,
2,
they casted-
nothing really new there.
They casted Miss Marvel. I think that comes out in 2021. I forgot the month, but like it seems
Yeah.
the way they line these up is that there's every time a Disney Plus show ends, especially Marvel, they are going to start another one probably like the next week or
Yeah,
a
it's
couple weeks
so
after.
that people don't cancel their subscriptions.
Exactly.
And, it's smart. It's a great way to keep people in.
Mhm.
It's a fantastic way.
Captain Marvel 2 will include Miss Marvel, which I'm really hyped for.
Yeah. No new information on Eternals. We have new info on Hawkeye. I don't remember what it was. The only She-Hulk. Yeah, that's what it was.
Haley Wood, Shaylee Wood. Fuck, what the fuck is her name?
Yeah,
It's not
she's
Haley Wood,
returning.
It's
She's returning.
whatever.
It's
She
con-
looks so good. Haley Steinfeld. She looks really good
Yes.
in the Hawkeye suit, in the Kate Bishop suit.
She-Hulk. The only information we have for She-Hulk.
Actually, this one is
Abomination
actually really
is
cool.
coming back. So
Abomination. It's Tom Roth, I think, from
Yeah,
the
same guy.
Incredible Hulk movie, and then
Same
Mark
guy.
Ruffalo is going to be in it, and they also casted She-Hulk.
yes, super excited. All right, moving on to Marvel Studios. Moon Knight, and we have what is his name? Oscar
Isaac.
I think
They
that
didn't
one's gonna
confirm
be
it
good.
though.
No, he's confirmed. He is confirmed.
No, they didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't confirm him. He's been like the
Okay, well, it's
main,
him.
like,
We know
casting
it.
lead,
We know it's him.
But it was weird that they didn't come out and like confirm him as casting.
Anyway,
Secret Invasion is a new. It's a new show. It's gonna be focusing on.
With Marvel, I think they're doing too much.
We'll get to it. Just let me finish this slide real quick. I'll give all off the information, and you can lead the Star Wars conversation.
Okay.
Secret Invasion is like they're doing it with Nick Fury and Talos, which is those are the main characters, which has me being like, what the fuck are they gonna do in this show? Because it's not Secret Invasion if like the Avengers aren't going on this like huge thing to like stop the Skrulls, which means probably in a few years we might get a Secret Wars Avengers movie. So this might be like tying in, kind of like starting the talk of like Skrulls and everything, which could be interesting. It's just having Talos and Nick Fury as main characters in a TV show. I don't know if it's really gonna hold my interest.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll watch it because like that's the one thing I kind of you don't have to, but like if you already watch most of it, you kind of have to watch the rest of it because if you don't, you're gonna miss something. So it makes sense. I mean, it's a smart business time to get people to watch this shit, but like I don't know.
Yeah, they're making sure you watch the Disney Plus shows in order to see the
Ironheart looks pretty good.
I've never been a huge fan of Riri Williams in the comics, so I hope they pull her off in this show. It looks like they're setting. Yeah, excuse me. Looks like they're setting up Young Avengers, which could be cool.
I agree.
Armor Wars, I'm hyped for.
Armor Wars, I just think it's just gonna look cool. I think it's just gonna be super dope to watch. Sam's definitely taking a nap right now.
Nah, I'm good. I'm
listening
to y'all just go on.
Sam hasn't been talking.
Stuff, so.
Yeah, I know.
Armor Wars is Don Cheadle taking a lead role, and he's fighting off they pretty much pitched it as what if Tony Stark's worst nightmare came true and his tech got into the wrong hands, which is like every Spider-Man movie, like most Marvel movies, his tech getting into the wrong hands. But oh well, I'm hyped for Armor Wars. I like Don Cheadle. I think he can pull off like a lead in his own show. Maybe Justin Hammer and like people will come back. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It's gonna be written and directed by James Gunn. Yeah, and it's canon, I think.
Yeah, and it comes out before the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and it comes out Christmas 2021.
Which is weird.
Because
weird. Right now they're trying to find Gamora, so I don't really know what the plot is.
But I Am Groot is a TV show, and it's
a little short collection.
It's a short collection. It's animated, and it's basically it follows Groot, and we will meet a bunch of new creatures along the way. Obviously, I don't think we need to do in or out for these. I'm in for all of them.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder. The
for
only
the
new
news.
information we have on that is Christian Bale is going to be Gore.
That means
God
DC and Marvel,
the God
DC
Butcher,
and Marvel are the same universe.
No, he's not playing Batman. Sam, he
is Batman.
No, he played Batman. He is not Batman. No, he says that, but he says that in the movie where he's playing that.
Yeah, Christian Bale says
effectively Batman.
Yes, so but is he lying and saying he's not actually Batman now?
No, he's saying he's Batman, but when he's playing Bruce Wayne in a Batman movie,
so
Christian
Bruce
Bale
Wayne
is
and
not
Batman are in Marvel.
No, just Christian Bale is in Marvel
as Bruce Wayne.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll run through the last of these real quick. Blade. No new news on Blade. I think it's projected around October 2022. So cool. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I think it'd be really cool. I like the name a lot. They're really going like, hey, just be fucking weird and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, Ant-Man's one of my favorite ones actually, and I didn't think it would be. They are just so fun to watch. Like I'm really excited for it because, like when you hear Ant-Man, especially when it first came out, I was like, oh, this is a small little one, and they're one of my top favorites. They're Paul Rudd's incredible. Those
movies were fun.
Both of them are really fun movies. They're in my top Marvel movies, so I'm really excited for it. Big news for Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2, they announced that Ryan Coogler's they're still in full production on it. They didn't really slow down or anything. Ryan Coogler's still directing and writing, I think. They're not recasting T'Challa, which I kind of think they should just because I feel like the kids still need a role model, but I definitely respect their
they're not
respect
gonna,
their
they're not gonna recast
decision. I'd respect their decision to kind of focus on. They want to focus on Wakanda and the stories and the characters in that world, which is probably will have like Shuri or someone be the Black Panther. Like the lead
that's what I was
of
gonna.
that
What
movie.
happened to the
That's
other
what I was
Black
gonna say is.
Let's be
Did-
respectful.
You didn't hear? Did you not hear? Did you not hear, Sam?
Yeah, we regret to inform you that.
Um,
And then
Yikes.
they
Did we
finally
tell 'em?
did it. They finally
actually, hang on. I
officially-
have something else to say about Black Panther.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, it's just basically banking off what you said. So since they're not recasting, I don't think they mean that they're not going to have another Black Panther. They're just not going to be. No one else is going to play.
They're not recasting T'Challa.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So we will have another Black Panther. It'll just someone else is taking the throne. I like that. I feel like it would be wrong to recast T'Challa simply because the huge impact that Chadwick Boseman had as T'Challa. It would be weird. It's also it feels disrespectful in the same universe to do it. Does that make sense? And I feel like it would go the same for any of the characters if it's in the same universe to recast.
I agree. It's definitely not
Like
an easy
taking
decision to make
taking
either
over
other way.
yeah, taking over the throne is totally different. So like someone else taking the name of it, just not recasting that specific character. Does that make sense?
I
Right?
agree. And
Like,
I
I mean,
don't.
like,
they're
I
always-
think either
there's
way
always
is
a Black
weird. It's
Panther.
just.
It's just not.
Yeah, I mean it's the same way. Like when Steve Rogers died, or when Steve Rogers stepped down, there's still a Captain America, and it's just you're not recasting Steve Rogers.
I think my whole thing of like maybe they should recast him was only because I feel like the young kid should have like another role model.
They still
because
will, though.
He didn't really. He
it's
didn't get a
gonna
lot
be
of
Shuri.
chance to. Like he only had like one movie to really be a role model for kids. So like that's
You
my
act
only
like
thing.
he's not
but
gonna
I
have
think,
they're still gonna have a role model,
yeah.
Brent.
I get it. Trust me, I know. So like I don't envy the decision at all. Like it was definitely I'm glad they're sticking to the guns. Like no, we respect Chadwick Boseman. We're not going to recast him. I think that was a good move on their part.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh,
Anyway, moving on. They
Fantastic Four.
finally officially announced it. Fantastic Four. My only issue is it's directed by John Watts. I don't think he's a incompetent director. He's definitely not.
I think he's
I just
borderline
don't-
incompetent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really enjoy his work on the Spider-Man films too much.
He
Like,
did Amazing Spider-Man, right?
No, that was Mark Webb.
That's right.
Which Mark Webb's an amazing director, but Sony fucked his movies.
Yeah, but any issue with Spider-Man is 90% a Sony issue.
Mhm.
I blame Sony for a lot. Sony fucks up a lot of
I
shit.
think I agree with you, but also I think just taking in my eyes, I'm trying to envision the vibe of the Spider-Man movies, specifically not just like stuff that Sony could fuck with, just like how they are written and like shot and directed and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if it fits a Fantastic Four movie. Like I'm not saying Fantastic Four is like gritty and fucking dark. Like we don't need another whatever year the last one came out in. Like I don't want another one of those.
That one.
But
Here's what I'm. If we don't get a halfway decent Fantastic Four movie now, they should never ever attempt it again. Just
Yeah.
like the first one we had was pretty good, and like it has the same. So like the first one we had was pretty good. It gets a little bit of forgiveness for some of its cheesiness because it was literally one of the first of the new age superhero movies, like at all. Like obviously there was Batman movies and stuff, but like it wasn't in the thick of superhero movies. So like we didn't really have a direction to go. So the first one was good. Silver Surfer was pretty bad, and then that new garbage shit, one of the absolute worst movies I've ever seen. And like that's not even like, I'm not even a Fantastic Four like fanboy or anything. It's just that movie was so bad. This one,
Yeah,
obviously, with
Fantastic
it being
Four
in
is
the same
definitely-
universe, I doubt that they're gonna fuck it up. Everyone's super excited for it. I think it'll be good. I'm excited.
yeah, the team at Fantastic Four has definitely had it rough. Like they haven't had that many good movies or even movies at all. But like, and then even in the comics, they were on a huge hiatus for a while. 'Cause I think they were pissed at like Fox or some shit for a while, so they weren't like making comics. They recently had a revamp, they recently brought him back into the comics like a couple years ago. I think Dan Slott was writing them, and I didn't enjoy that run like too much, but I'm excited to see them finally show up in the MCU. There's no casting information.
It's definitely going to be
John Krasinski.
It's going to be John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. 100%.
I hope so.
There's no way they're not, because of the amount of people that want them to do it. If they can get them and they are willing, they will do them.
They gave Rosario Dawson Ahsoka after her begging for years, so I could see them giving it to John Krasinski.
All right, yeah, I think it's.
You know what a good piece of Fantastic Four media is? It's the video games.
I have one on PS2 that was pretty
and they're
good.
like co-op, so you can like play with multiple people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of like the Ultimate Alliance
pretty
games.
dope.
They're kind of fun.
Did like those as a child.
All right.
But yeah, last thoughts. John Watts, I hope he does good, but I feel like his directing style is so goofy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like dependent on jokes. Like the one in Far From Home that killed me. It's like it was kind of funny, but it just didn't fit. It was like the camera falling in the water, and there was like a bunch of like weird setups for jokes that I don't want to see in Fantastic Four. Like I want a meaningful family story with. If they're gonna do Doctor Doom again, like I want them to set him up cool. And like him be a threat in the MCU, not a one-time Fantastic Four villain. You know?
Yeah. So.
And don't fuck him up like the most recent one where he's playing like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and then like metal like fuses into his like brain or some shit, like into his face. It was so dumb.
Final thoughts on Marvel. Is there anything you're not excited for? Are they doing too much? Obviously, not a lot. Not enough is not on the table. I think they went a little too heavy on it. Secret I think it'll be good. I just think it's too much at one time.
For Marvel specifically, no. I think Marvel's always been in that space where comics, games, movies were always coming out. So it's not. We'll get into Star Wars. I'm trying not to touch on it, but Star Wars was a thing where it's like they were special when they came out. Marvel's never really been that. So for me, especially the past few years, we've already gotten Disney like unloading their like balls on the table and being like, hey, here's every Marvel thing we're doing, and it's like 50 things. So
That's
for me,
true.
It's not like
it's also not
new.
It's not all releasing the next 2 years either. Like, some of them don't even have release dates either.
Besides Fantastic Four, I think everything's coming out by 2022.
Oh, maybe they are. But then again, also this year was the first year that we haven't had a Marvel movie since 2008.
Shit's crazy, dog.
What's going on this year?
Sam, final thoughts? No, nothing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's the first year we've hadn't had anything at
Yeah,
all.
WandaVision's January.
Yeah.
So.
It's probably just because
Sam, final thoughts on
Thanos killed everybody.
Your thoughts on Marvel?
My thoughts on Marvel.
Too much? Yeah, too much, not enough. Is there anything you're specifically just not looking forward to at all? I also know you're not a huge Marvel stan.
I'm not like super into the comics. I think the movie's really good. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm probably gonna watch.
Obviously, these all tie into it.
90% of them. The only one.
Okay. Do you think it's too much?
No, because I think it's not too much in the fact that I think they're on a new, what they call their phases or whatever. I think they kind of got
That's true.
It's not build new because obviously you have the whole foundation there, but it's building new as far as they don't have the. Well, I guess they have one of the OG3, but they don't really have the OG3 anymore, and they're losing a few. So you gotta build it new, and so I think that's what they're gonna try. And I think a lot of it's gonna be almost testing, but kind of not. They know who's gonna be big and what they're gonna do in the universe, but also some people just get really attracted to some characters. So I think with definitely some the newer shows and movies, it'll be interesting to see where they go after it, because it is gonna. But this is probably all phase 4 technically.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phase 4 is shaping up to be really interesting for me, seeing the weavings of a secret invasion. The fact that the show is really interests me because it seems they're setting up things like Secret Invasion, kind of these big stories set up for a Phase 4 end or a Phase 5 beginning with a Secret Wars. But the fact that all these little side stories are happening with the shows, Armor Wars and all these other things, small little things, the beginning of Phase 4 seems really interesting to me, and I can't wait to see where they culminate by the time 2023 comes around and they end Phase 4.
Right. I agree. Alrighty, on to the next.
No news on X-Men, though, so that kind of sucks.
The big news for this episode, the Star Wars shit. Hopefully people stuck around for this. Maybe we should have started with this, but it's okay.
Because we would still be on this if we started with it.
I'm just gonna go in order. Star Wars Mandalorian obviously is being returned for episodes or seasons 3 and 4. Definitely going to watch. I don't think I have no issues with this. Obviously, Mandalorian is easily the best piece of Star Wars cinema that we've gotten in the longest time.
Big agree. Season 2 stepped up the quality so much. It feels
Season
like
2 was incredible. I think we're going to do a Season 2 recap when it's done.
I'm hyped for that.
Also, I don't think we stated at the beginning. I said we were switching up. Basically, we're canning the Mando episodes just because we got behind, and I don't think anyone's going to want to go back and re-listen to if you don't listen to it the week you watched it, if that makes sense. Probably do a season recap of it, but that'll be it. But we're probably just canceling the TV Tuesdays of Mando, or we definitely are. Probably do a season recap episode. Sam and I will. But anyway, Mando.
I'm not going to cut you off much during the Star Wars segment, but I want to say for Mando.
Oh no,
like,
go
I
ahead.
think season 1 was really cool. Like it did feel like a Star Wars movie, and then season 2 took that and it's like, no, this looks like a Star Wars movie. Like,
yeah,
everything is shot with an insane budget. The cameras look amazing.
Budget for
there's a couple of these recent episodes that look like they're shot on location and they look amazing.
The budget.
So I'm hyped for season 3 real quick. It's weird. It's season 3 airs next December, which means they're taking a little extra time. So I'm hoping they do something really cool with that extra time.
See, people said that, but it's really not too much. Like
it's like a couple months.
Yeah, just a couple months.
Like,
that's not a lot. That's not a whole lot.
It's a lot in like production time, though.
Yeah. But anyway, Mando. What you were saying about the budget? They have a budget of $15 million per episode, which is really high for 40 to 50 minutes. That's a high budget, especially for a TV show.
Some of these recent ones have been 30 minutes, so like 15 million for like a 30-minute episode. It's insane.
That's what
Yeah,
my
and
budget
it shows
looks like.
too.
No.
Yep.
Oh, is it, Sam? Is that
15
is that what
million?
it is? No, Mando has been fantastic so far. I would like to do a whole sit down and do a whole nother Star Wars episode. I could talk about Star Wars all day, but Mando.
Same. I feel like we should at some point.
Mando definitely in for season 3 and 4. I'm assuming both of you are in for season 3 and 4.
If I stop getting it
I'm
spoiled at
heavy.
work.
Like,
Sam
It's
walks
been
into
spoiled
work.
for you one fucking
dude.
time.
Oh, by the way, this happened on Mando. Oh, by the way, Ahsoka.
It's been spoiled for
appears.
you literally
Oh, by the
once.
way, Boba Fett's in it. Again. Oh,
That was
by
literally
the way,
episode
Baby
1.
Yoda actually isn't a baby version of Yoda.
That's not even a spoil. That we knew that.
yeah, that was.
You know what? We're not gonna do this. We're all in for Mando.
Yeah, Mando's been my favorite thing in Star
Fantastic.
Wait for
I
a
can't-
while.
I can't
Especially
wait-
since the Mandalorian race was my favorite thing in Star Wars anyways. Mandalorian has been like my favorite Star Wars
they're not-
like media.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Culture, race culture,
Yeah, okay,
whatever.
there you go.
You know what I mean.
But
But there are people born on Mandalore.
no, I
so
say, but
technically
I'm
they still
saying,
are
but yeah, they
Mandalorian.
are. But I'm saying that they're not all. But anyway, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, true.
I'm
Foundlings
super
and all
excited
that.
to do our series recap of Mando since we're kind of scrapping it, do the other. Man, it's so good. It is gorgeous. Like, it's just gorgeous. Anyway,
Phenomenal show.
next show, Rangers of the New Republic. This is a Mando spinoff. It feels good. I'm gonna preface this whole conversation with, I think they might be doing too much with Star Wars cash grab, but then again, I mean, who the fuck wouldn't? It's making them a shit ton of movie. Everyone's about it. I'm kind of excited though, because we got a shitstorm, an absolute shitstorm with the sequels. Not saying I hate them. They're definitely it was widely not liked, right?
Mhm.
Like, tons of critiques. It feels after The Mandalorian and also Clone Wars season 7, they definitely listened because both of those have been phenomenal with zero complaints, or at least unanimously it's loved. So I do have high hopes for all of these, whether some of them may feel unnecessary or stuff. It seems like they listened to people's critiques. So that being said, I'll definitely, there's not a Star Wars thing on here that I'm not gonna watch. First off, but Rangers, I don't know a whole lot about what it is, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
Do you think it's a spinoff with those two like dudes that have been showing up throughout season 2? The two Republic dudes, like rebel fighters.
What do you mean? Oh, the X-wing fighters.
The guys that, yeah.
No, I don't believe so. I believe they will make an appearance in Rogue Squadron, though.
Possibly, but
what do you
like,
mean possibly?
There's
literally an X-wing in the logo.
Okay, yeah, true. But I'm saying like it's a Mando spinoff, and like they've been showing those characters a couple of times.
Maybe.
Plus, people are also saying maybe Cara Dune would be a big part.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have recycled characters in there. I just don't know who. Sam, do you have any thoughts on Rangers of the New Republic?
I have no idea what it's about, and I'm probably not gonna watch it.
So actually, I'm gonna start with Sam because me and Sam kind of got into a discussion about this, and he seemed pretty heated about it. So.
Sam doesn't really like Star Wars and me either.
I don't think it's that. Sam feels like he's doing too much.
This list, that's not.
I'm just prefacing it in general.
Ahsoka and the droid one.
You wouldn't watch Well, I guess we'll get to
maybe
each,
the Obi-Wan one,
but
just
so I feel like
Darth Vader's gonna be in it.
I feel like you think that they're doing too much.
I mean, they are. Like, you can't tell me they're not. There's 12 pieces.
No, I could agree.
There.
I feel like there's at least 3 of these that I could kick off, and I wouldn't give a shit if they were gone.
I think the biggest thing that bothers me so much about Star Wars is like, everyone roasts all the films, but then also like is super obsessed with it.
Yeah, I agree. So based on Star Wars fans are super toxic, and I really dislike a lot of them. Like they're just really bad about it. Like it just sucks. Like they bully actors, and it's like unnecessarily. Like we'll get into it more when we talk about the thing, but like obviously it's not a spoiler that Boba Fett's back. But like we got a little bit of bullying towards the actor who plays Boba Fett because he had gained a little bit of weight. I'm sure most people have seen that. Like, I don't know. It's super frustrating because for the longest time, like, Boba Fett is, like, widely one of the most hyped characters. Like, everyone loves him. Like, he's super cool. He's kick-ass, right?
Including me. He's so badass.
That's what I'm saying. He's super badass. But we didn't see a badass Boba Fett in the prequels. I mean, in the originals. And we saw pretty bad, but you know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen cool. And then he comes in Mando, and he kicks ass, and then, you know, like, it's literally what everyone's been asking for, and they make fun of him. So, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Stop being a shithead. Like, for real. Like, I hate, like, Star Wars fans that are like that are, like, the worst people. But, anyway. And, like, they did the same thing with Ahsoka. When Ahsoka showed up, people were like, her
tendrils are
too short. It's live action. Shut the fuck up. They're limited. They didn't want to do CGI. It's all makeup, so you're limited on what you can do. Like, she looks dope. It looks cool. Like, sorry, it's not exactly the exact same length that it was in the Clone Wars TV show from 5 years ago.
People kept bringing up this cosplay of, like, this chick. It was really good cosplay, but, like, she had, like, the really long tendrils, and I didn't enjoy that. Like, I think that looks too much. Like, I think tendrils on Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka are perfect. They're enough size. They work for what they need to within the live-action context.
No, I know. My point is, I understand the critique, but then the critique got, like... So, like, I don't have an issue if they're like, I feel like they maybe could have been longer, you know, with the age frame that we get. I feel like based on what we've seen of her in the Clone Wars, they could be longer. You could say that, and, like, that's a valid observation. Like, that's fair. But then it got to the point where people were like, this is ridiculous, and, like, saying a bunch of, like, just enjoy the show. Like, just enjoy it. Anyway,
Yeah.
onto the Ahsoka spinoff. I'm super hyped. Rosario Dawson is fucking killing it so far from the little bit that we've seen of her. Super. I'm excited. This one I'm excited for.
I'll be down for
I'm
that one.
super excited for.
I'm excited for the story. Like I
I'm
feel like
excited.
it's
Ahsoka
probably
is-
going to be her looking for Thrawn, so she can try to
Yes,
find
Thrawn
Ezra,
is
I
showing
believe.
up in this. Yeah, I think Ezra. I'm with you on that. I think Ezra is going to show up in this.
I think so
Dude, Ahsoka is just one of the most
yeah, I think
badass
that's my biggest thing. I
characters.
think Star Wars I can associate more like liking certain characters based off like the whole thing as a whole. Like I know we kind of talked about like I think
Right.
Ahsoka like
So,
always
like-
been pretty dope. Obviously like the originals like your Yodas like Darth Mauls like everyone loves those ones. I mean I'm a big like I think General Grievous is super cool. It's like a super and like
Grievous
that
is
would be
I'm
a super
also-
cool spin-off. Like,
That's
that'd
what
be
I was
better
saying.
than
I'm kind of
90%
shocked
of
he
these
doesn't
would
have
be
one.
for him.
Yeah, I agree.
I love Grievous, but does he
Bro,
really
none of
deserve
these
a
people
show?
on here
though?
deserve a
absolutely
show.
100%. If I had to pick two other characters to give a show, Grievous or Maul,
Bad bitch doesn't.
would have
deserve a
rather
show.
seen them than a couple of these. I totally disagree with you. We'll get there when we get there. Ahsoka, but anyway, Ahsoka definitely in. I think we're all in on that one.
Yeah.
Moving on to Andor, the Cassian Andor show takes place.
It's a movie,
It's
actually.
it's a movie. Sorry, it's a movie. It takes place before Rogue One, obviously, because he dies at the end. But it is like a spy thriller of the. I mean, I think it'll be good, but like it's one. I mean, not to be rude, but who asked for this? I don't think anyone did. I mean, I think it'll be good, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would rather see a Darth Maul movie. I'd rather see a General Grievous movie. Actually, you know what I'd rather see? There's that we don't have on this list at all. I'd rather see some shit that's not connected to something we see now.
Yes, also true. That's what,
You know what I mean?
They're like all
They're
they
all
say
connected.
so
I would
tied
be really
into,
excited.
like, these
Give me
9
something
movies and
that's-
they don't leave it.
I agree. I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of get it being all tied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
like,
can
even-
also like completely branch out and have you can have
I agree,
mini
but, like-
callbacks. Like it's not hard to do.
So, like, for example, Mandalorian is the perfect example for that, right?
Yeah, but Mandalorian's getting to a point where they're about to be tied back in, and like I think Mandalorian.
I know. I totally agree.
Yeah, Mandalorian
Season
really-
1 Mandalorian is the perfect connection to Star Wars. It's a total side story. Still, we know where it lands in the universe, that it's connected with some tiny callbacks here and there. But for the most part,
And, like,
it's
I would
totally
have a
new.
lot-
Season 2,
lot
we
more
get
respect
more
if
into
they
the
would do like if they would branch out and do their own thing and stop trying to
I
like
totally
just stop trying to
agree with you.
milk
That's
this
the
whole
only thing
like
I'm
oh we have this whole entire universe in these 9 movies time frame, like we're milking it until the day we die, and that's what Disney does,
Yeah.
and that's why I think people are getting
And that's
annoyed.
why I think
No, I
something
I
like
agree.
Visions before, like we'll get to it, but something like Visions I think is really interesting because it's not tying themselves to a lore. Like it's a few people kind of like taking the idea of Star Wars and turning it into like an anime kind of like art style, like their take on it. That I think is unique, and I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah. Anyway, Andor. I'll
yeah,
I'll definitely watch it, but I'm less excited about it. I could do without it.
On Andor, Rogue One's my like second Star Wars movie, my second favorite Star Wars movie.
Really?
Yeah. Rogue One was my favorite until I rewatched Empire.
I rewatched Empire the other day.
So good.
So-
Empire's
so
fantastic.
good. It's because the bad guys
But-
win. It's because the bad guys win. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I love that ending so much. But Rogue
It's
One
also
I
why
really loved. But
Revenge of the Sith is so good.
True. Revenge of the Sith is
Revenge of the
pretty
Sith
good.
is
I like
probably
the
my number
prequels
2.
except for Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that one's
rewatched
fine,
Phantom
but
Menace,
it's
but
kind of
we're not. We can't do
rough.
this sprint. We can't.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't do this.
Anyway,
Stick-
trying to go really quickly. I love Rogue One, but the characters were not the strong suit. So like,
I agree. I feel
it's
like
not
they
like-
were the
I'm
strong
not
suit,
too-
but like I don't need to see more. Like I feel like great
Yeah.
characters, but it's done. It's over with. Like it fits perfectly where it's at. But like
They were
leave
good.
Leave
like
it.
there's some I liked. It's just like I didn't remember most of their names, so it's not like I'm going into Andor being like, oh shit, it's Cassian Andor. I'm
I don't
going
know. I
into it
remember
like
most
this
of
is.
their name. I mean, we got Jen Erso, who is a badass, and also so is Chirrut Imwe, that blind force wielding dude. He was pretty
He
sick.
was cool.
He was pretty sick. But I get what you're.
You get what I mean,
I
though.
totally.
Either
totally
way.
understand what you're saying.
I'm not going into this as holy shit, that's Cassian Andor, which that's cool too. But I'm going into this
Holy shit!
holy
Star
shit, it's a
Wars.
cool spy movie,
Yeah.
like Star Wars spy movie. So like I'm hyped for it.
Yeah. Okay.
The little sizzle reel they showed was kind of cool.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Super.
Kind of unnecessary. But I'm hyped
I
for
disagree.
it.
But
No, it's unnecessary, but I want it.
I'm super excited, and I like the fact that they decided to do. It's basically a mini series. Like it's not a full. Like it's basically gonna be like a 1-season type deal. It seems.
Mhm.
I'm super excited. They confirmed Hayden Christensen's coming back. I swear to God, if we get any hate towards this man again, he has every right. The amount of hate that Star Wars fans gave to this man over the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith, which I don't understand because I think he killed the role of Anakin Skywalker. Perfect. I love him. I think he's the perfect role. He got so much hate for this. He had every right to refuse to do this, and he's coming back.
Yeah.
So, that being
that
said,
bag probably didn't. Bag probably helped.
that's true.
But
That's true. But I'm super excited for it. It takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. I'm hoping to God that this series is rated TVMA, and it is fucking ruthless. Because 10 years after Revenge of the Sith is the heat of Darth Vader. Like in the comics, in the books, he's an absolute monster. Like he is kicking ass, like destroying planets, like without like no hesitation. Like I'm talking, super violent shit. I want to see that shit. Do not hold back. Make it super graphic, violent. I want it all. I'm so super excited.
So the rest of these announcements, I think we can easily skim through them. This one is the one I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about.
Yeah, I agree.
So I've seen a lot of people talk about this and bring up quotes from A New Hope that I want to discuss a little bit because they do talk about they talk about how Obi-Wan says in A New Hope where he says something along the lines of like, hey, there's no trying with your father, I tried. Like I tried to talk him out of it or something like that.
The big one?
It's kind of weird because in Revenge of the Sith he doesn't really do that. So maybe are they trying to fix that not a retcon, but they're trying to fix that plot hole with the show?
I don't think it was a
being
plot
like,
hole.
oh,
I
he
think
did do that.
I think it was intentional. I feel like because obviously,
Well, it's not intentional because George Lucas never would have done any of this.
that's true. You're right because that movie came out literally 40 years ago. But the big callback that I really like, I think we're gonna see him on the Death Star. I think we're gonna see Obi-Wan confront Vader on the Death Star, and the main reason I think that is because of one specific line. And I think this might be a stretch, but I watched this movie the other day. But like I think we are going to see a callback to this scene directly, and the scene I'm referring to is the one in A New Hope where Obi-Wan and Vader have their final duel, and the conversation that goes on there is Darth Vader says to Obi-Wan, "You should not have come back here," and I 100% believe that he was referring to back to the Death Star. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, I feel like maybe, I don't know. I feel like he could have killed him the first time, meaning you shouldn't have come back here. I feel like he definitely held back. The same way he did with Luke. Like, obviously we knew he wasn't all evil, because if you're all evil, you can't turn back. So he's always had the thing. I don't know. You know what I mean, though? I feel like we're definitely going to touch on that statement specifically.
I think out of all of these, like, obviously all of these are, like, movie quality shows, but this is the one that's going to be a movie turned into a show. Because it's Obi-Wan and Anakin.
I think of this one, of all of the things we have, this one is going to be comparable to Mando. I don't think any of these other ones will be able to touch Mando other than Ahsoka. I think Mando, Ahsoka, and Kenobi are going to be the top of all of this. I don't think anyone.
I think Kenobi's just going to be a movie. Like, I think Kenobi's going to be a long movie.
It's not a movie. They
Like,
already
I
said
don't-
it's not.
No, it's a show. You know what I mean?
No, I
Like,
didn't know what
it's
you
not
meant.
like It's not like I'm watching Clone Wars. Like, Obi-Wan Kenobi is just going to be like I'm watching a long movie, whereas Mandalorian's definitely a show because of the scale and the scope. Like, Kenobi, I believe, because everything they could possibly be doing with this, tying into Anakin and Death Star, Anakin, the Death Star, and Darth Vader and all that, it's definitely like the closest we have to turning Star Wars movies into a show. They also teased that like Obi-Wan and Anakin were gonna have like the rematch of the century, which
Dude, I'm super excited for because one of the most badass fight scenes in all of Star Wars that we've seen like ever, like animated everything at all, is that scene from Revenge of the Sith. Their duel. I'm super excited. I think this is going to be Mando quality. Might top it.
So, what do you think Hayden Christensen's involvement is going to be? Like, obviously, I believe
think he's
going to
play Darth Vader
in the suit, but shut the fuck up.
I don't
But-
understand your question.
No, like, listen, like, Hayden Christensen being in the Darth Vader suit, I think would be cool. But do you think it's going to be like, oh, you know he's there, but it's like you don't really notice it, or like, do you think it's going to be a big thing where he maybe takes off the helmet, or it's like it? I don't know.
Oh,
like,
I see your
think,
question.
like,
I
think
feel
it could
like
be like.
I feel like most if he's returning, he's mostly going to do the voice. The voice.
But is that gonna top like James Earl
Ooh,
Jones?
I didn't
though?
think of it. I feel like I feel like we're gonna get a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah,
I
'Cause
feel like
even
that's
Hayden
the main
Christensen
reason they're
wasn't-
bringing him back is to do the
Yeah.
flashbacks.
because he was in the suit too, in Revenge of the Sith. So like, I'd be hyped to see him back in the Darth Vader suit.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
know.
Like, it would
That's
have a
the
little
only
bit of
issue with this.
continuity.
There's one plot hole that we kind of. So at the end, it's not a plot hole, but it kind of it stifles what they can do with Kenobi. With the show, I mean, because at the end of the Sith, we see he's already we see the Darth Vader suit we know, right? So I was kind of hoping that we might. I think what would have been cool is if we could see like a progression of a Vader suit, get to what it was, but like it seems they got it right the first try. You know what I mean? Like there's not going to be like a progression period. Like immediately, like they're like, all right, I'll just stick with this for the next 40 years or 30 years. He comes out of it and it looks exactly like he did in A New Hope. That's my only thing. I feel like it would have been dope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're really going to do with this show. Because I think, obviously, the plot seems to be because Hayden Christensen is back, it means they're going to focus on Darth Vader. So, I mean, that means Obi-Wan's going to try to track him down or do something. But I'm not sure. I think these prequel things are hard to do because, like, I think I like the prequels. Like, I think a lot of people hate them because they're like, oh, how did so-and-so get their name? How did they do this? Even Solo. I like the prequels and I like Solo. Even if some of the explanations are dumb, like, oh, this is how this thing happened. This is why there's AI in the Millennium Falcon. Like, I like that type of stuff. But I do agree you kind of lock yourself in a thing when, like, in a hole when you do prequels because it's like, really, what can you do?
Yeah, it's hard to get
you're left
creative because
explaining-
your ending is already determined.
Yeah, and you're left explaining things that probably don't need to be explained. So I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to bring in Luke or not, because Luke would be like 10 years old.
Ooh, actually,
I mean-
speaking on that, so, yeah, he would be. Actually, you're right. He'd be 10. So never mind. I was gonna say there have been rumors, and now these are also strictly rumors, and you know how rumors go, of Sebastian Stan joining the Lucasfilm as a young Luke. I think he would be perfect.
I've seen that
but
idea for Mandalorian.
but it definitely
I
wouldn't
think
be
that
in
would
Kenobi.
dope.
It would be in Mando. It's too early to be Kenobi. So
Sebastian Stan as Luke would be amazing in like Mando.
I
'Cause
agree.
Is Mando after? I thought Mando was after 6.
It is.
So
It's after 6
Oh.
before 7.
I created a problem in my head that wasn't a problem. I'm dumb.
Anyway,
But
scale
yeah,
of 1
so
to
it's
10.
also-
How excited are you for Obi-Wan?
I'd say 9. I was gonna say also on Kenobi, like, I'm not sure because in the comics, which I think are still canon, Darth Vader has tried to track down Obi-Wan.
Oh, we just pick what's
Yeah.
canon.
Darth Vader has tried to track down Obi-Wan.
We just pick what's canon, and that's what we go with. Hey guys, is this canon? Nah, that's not canon. What about this?
That is Disney's way.
That one. Okay, that one's good. Half of that comic, half of the comic's canon.
I mean, what's
the other
really
half of the comic
really
not canon.
That is what Disney does.
You know what else does that?
honestly.
You know what else does that?
Who?
Christianity does that with the Bible.
Are you saying Star Wars is worse than
That's an
the
uncultured.
Bible?
That's an. I don't think there's much that's worse than the Bible.
Bro,
That's an
even Disney
uncultured
was like-
opinion right there.
Even Disney was like, "Hey, all the games and everything, they're not canon." A few years later,
Bro,
oh, by
I
the
don't
way,
know, dude.
Darth Raven's
The
canon.
Bible is a pretty well
Like,
written
is
story.
KOTOR canon? Like,
Ooh, I agree.
Like,
No,
can we
it's
get
fantastic.
can we get
story.
spin-offs?
We're not gonna get into this.
Can Disney just give us like 12 spin-offs?
Yeah, we did get it. We did get a spinoff. Actually, we got a sequel. It's called the New Testament. Anyway, Kenobi. 10 out of 10. Excited for. Definitely will be watching. Moving on. Bad Batch.
I'm hyped for it.
Bad Batch is going to be fucking nuts. Absolutely.
It's basically Clone Wars 2, and I'm
Yeah,
really
basically.
hyped for it.
Bad Batch is going to be so good. Bad Batch is going to be fantastic. I
Did you
am
see
super
that,
excited. When does that drop? 'Cause
What's it even about?
Next year, isn't it? Like it's
Yeah,
Bad Batch.
it's about the Bad Batch, which is like a group of like 4 or 5 troopers, I think. So I mean, I don't really have much to go off of with that, but it seems really
they're all in the
interesting.
Clone Wars. We can discuss it. I don't want to do a whole
Is
other
it like
breakdown.
the ones that
but
that are stormtroopers and they become like good?
No. Basically, to my understanding, if I remember correctly, so obviously Order 66, they all turned and
Yes.
everything, and then that's basically when they get taken over by the Empire. Basically, Bad Batch, if I remember correctly, this could be 100% wrong, but to my knowledge, the group that is called the Bad Batch, I mean, they're a secular group. So, but I believe when they made that switch, the Bad Batch did not make the switch. They were had more free will and they stayed good. Could be wrong, but I know they were definitely a secular group. Like, basically, in comparison, fucking Navy SEALs, essentially, type deal.
I got you.
They're
Yeah.
badass in the show. I'm super excited for it.
Did you see that Finnick was in the trailer?
Yeah, I did. There's a lot of people.
I'm kind of hyped for like live action people coming into like the animated shows.
Yeah. I'm super, super duper excited for Bad Batch. But also I've been rewatching the Clone Wars as well, and just
I need to
dude,
get
Bad
on that.
Bad
Like
Batch
I
is
say-
gonna be Clone Wars on steroids. It's gonna be incredible.
I'm hyped for it. Like I think I'll probably finish Clone Wars early next year to get ready for it.
It's so good. We'll move on. Visions. I'm excited for, but again, it's something I could do without. I'll watch it, obviously. I could do without it.
I think it's very unique.
It's
and I'm
unique, but,
definitely
like-
excited they're taking not a risk, but like a new turn in Star Wars. At least if it's like for one thing out of this list. So like I'm really excited for it.
We'll just move on from that because I'm trying to save some time here. Lando, I'm excited for. But
Yeah, I think
I
it's like
will
a
only
special
be
edition
I will only be excited
miniseries.
for if Donnie Glover continues to play Mando or Lando.
I don't think they get it.
I hope so.
He's not confirmed for it, which kind of worries me because I feel like if he was down to do it, I would have said he was. So, I also feel like I definitely would not be excited for a Lando show if we didn't already see Donald Glover as Lando. He killed the role. He
Yeah.
absolutely
this-
crushed it. He was perfect for it. If it's anyone else for him, I probably will not enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's probably like blasphemous to say, but like I like Billy D. Williams as Lando, but like I think
Don't
more-
don't even say it. Don't
no,
even
I'm
say
just
it.
saying a more enjoyable
Stop. Stop.
show for me would be Donald Glover.
Disagree.
Like, I think a more enjoyable performance for me would be Donald Glover in the show. Just because I think there's more room to really
See,
do
here's the
stuff
thing. If
with
we didn't
that
have
version of the
Billy D.
character.
Williams initially, I think Donald Glover would do a good job, but like it wouldn't mean as much. The only reason I like Donald Glover so much is because he matches the energy and mannerisms and everything that Billy D. Williams set into place as Lando Calrissian. So I feel like the only reason I'm excited for it to be Donald Glover is because of his resemblance to Billy D. Williams. That's the only reason. That's literally the only reason.
I agree with you, but I think when I see, like, I think of when I watch Rise of Skywalker and I see Lando on screen, I get happy because I'm like, oh, that's Lando. But I don't really think I'm getting, like, I'm not saying he does a bad performance, but it's not as enjoyable to me as if I was watching Donald Glover right now, because I feel like there's more you can do with the young version of Lando than Billy D. Williams can really do. I hate to say at his age, but
Well, I hear what
seems
you're
like he has
saying, but I'm
aged
just
up a little
saying
bit.
if I don't know, like I would not be interested if anyone else plays it, and the only reason I want him to play it is because he resembles Billy D. Williams. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason I'm excited for it.
I just love Donald Glover's charisma at all. Like, I think I love his performance just being
I
Donald
do, but
Glover.
I'm saying his
Like,
performance.
I think his charisma was so good with whoever played Han. Like, I think they matched perfectly together.
No, I agree, but I'm saying the only reason he was so
I
good
get
is
what-
because
I know what you're saying.
because
I
he
just
was a
disagree with
mirror
you.
image of Billy D. Williams. Anyway, Acolyte, super excited for Acolyte. Super hype.
Isn't
I
Sith
forgot what that was.
Pegasus
Let me-
or whatever going to be in it?
Yep, Sith Pegasus is in it, Sam. You got it right.
I do not care. There's everyone keeps talking about all these Siths.
No, you're right. No, it's Sith Pegasus. We're also going to see Sith Hercules in it. It's going to be incredible.
It's like
It's going to be
Plagiasis or
absolutely
something.
insane. Plagiasis. Yep. Plagiasis.
Sith.
You
It's
got
Sith
closer.
Pegasus.
Yeah, it's about Sith. Were you trying to say Darth Plagueis? Is
that
that
might
what you
be
were
it.
looking for?
Is this about
I don't
Darth
think it
Bro,
is.
Plagueis?
that's
I don't
cap,
think
dude.
it
I know
is,
more
and
about the
that's-
show than you do.
But
Bro, I'm
no,
about to Google it right now. Darth
I'm pulling it up. It
Plagiasis.
wasn't on the initial thing. Nope, it's Plagueis is what you're looking for. I don't know what you're trying to refer
Sam,
to.
Sam, have you ever heard the
Dude.
tragic tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
He's not going to understand that that's a meme.
Honestly, that shouldn't be a meme because no one knows who the fuck Darth Plagueis is.
Actually, everyone does, Sam. Hang on, I have it pulled. Y'all threw me for a freaking loop. Sam, you threw me around.
What the fuck is the Acolyte?
I had it.
Sorry, it sparked a bunch of theories.
Yeah, I'm not looking for the theories. I'm looking for just what it's based on. And I had it until Sam said Pegasus freaking thing. Okay, The Acolyte will be a mystery thriller following the dark side emerging during the end of the High Republic. That is literally the only statement they have made towards it. It is
Yeah, so there's a bunch of
that's
theories.
it.
That's interesting. Oh, I remember now. People were like, "Oh shit, we're getting a High
Exactly.
Republic
It's about
show."
the end of the High Republic. It's gonna. I think I like this one, and the main reason I like this one is because it's set on the Sith, and also it doesn't have, as far as we know, any direct ties to anything else. And I think it's the only one that we have that's like that, other than Willow, which.
Wasn't there rumors of a High Republic movie trilogy?
Yes, so it could be, but that's nothing confirmed, so I don't want to get into any speculation right now because
Yeah.
then we're just going to go on forever. So I'm gonna move on. So we have a droid story. Droid story is about C-3PO and R2-D2. Pretty excited for it, but then again, not to shit on them, but
I
we
can go
have
with that.
literally seen 10 movies with them in it, if not more.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
think their little side stories work in the movies,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
tot-
their
I
little
like-
adventures won't carry a show for me.
That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm trying to find and then the next one is Willow.
They're good for like
I
a
don't
B story,
really know
but
anything about Willow.
it's just an old Lucasfilm movie. It's
No,
not
it's-
Star Wars.
Oh, it's not Star Wars?
No, it's
but
just
it's
an
a
old
Star Wars
Lucasfilm movie.
actor that's playing in it. Yeah,
Is
it's
it? Also, it's so weird on this Lucasfilm screen I have. They didn't include
I noticed
Indy
that
5,
too.
but they announced that too.
Willow. Hang on. Willow is actually it appears to be a remake. Cause Willow is I googled it. Willow is a 1988 film directed by Ron Howard based off the story by George Lucas. The film centers on the struggles of Willow Ufgood, a Nelwyn farmer who must protect baby Elora Danan from the evil queen. Interesting. So it must be a remake.
About it, but
I was assuming it was Star Wars, and the main reason I was assuming it was Star Wars was because it has Warwick Davis in it. And he played, I mean, wasn't he he was in Star Wars in a couple of them.
wow, he was in Star Wars.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he was in I noticed him the other day. Oh, he didn't realize he was. I think he was just in Phantom Menace, actually. But
Either way, yeah, Willow,
that's happening.
It's happening. It's,
Rogue Squadron
okay,
is
that's
the
cool.
first female-directed Star Wars film.
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I think that one's gonna be dope. It's based off the the video games. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Probably gonna.
Is it based
I
on
mean,
the video
it's
games?
inspired
They
by
didn't
the
say,
video
but
games. It's not based on it, but like obviously
Yeah.
we know the video games. Anyway,
That's the stuff I like.
I'm excited.
I like
I'm
getting
excited
Star
for
Wars
it.
stuff that isn't just Jedi.
I'm excited for it.
Like I like. Yeah. And then they touched on Taika Waititi's.
Yeah, they just
like,
announced that
movie
he's
little
getting a
bit, but
Star
they didn't
Wars
say too
movie,
much about
but-
it.
Anyway, that's it. Probably gonna start to wrap it up just because we've been going on for a long time. We will probably.
And then Indy
Oh,
5,
Indy 5. I'm
baby.
super excited for Indy 5.
It's gonna be the last of the
Yeah,
saga. Harrison Ford
confirmed.
returning.
Anyway, thank you for listening. We're gonna wrap it up. We lost Sam about a couple minutes
Sure.
ago. His computer died. Oh shit!
Real
Do you
quick,
think
I
we
do wanna
lost
touch
his
on-
audio?
No, he said
okay.
it was good.
Anyway,
He said he got the
real quick
audio.
before. Hey,
Real quick, I do want to touch on my break.
Hang on.
I just
let
wanna
me
touch
tell the
on
thing
my
because I
thing.
should have mentioned at the beginning of the show. Real quick.
Okay.
So I recently was on the I guested on the Film on the Rocks podcast. Their episode with me on it should be out before this. Obviously, we've mentioned them before. Super fun episode. So if you're interested, go listen to that. It was really fun. We had a great time doing it. Just wanted to give them a little shout out because they always shout us out and they shouted us out on theirs. I meant to do it at the beginning, so apologies to them. I'll bring it up next episode in case anyone has already hopped out of here, so we can bring it up again. But
Yeah, they're amazing.
shout out
guys.
to them for having me on. Super fun time. Great conversation. Anyway, moving on to what Brent had to say about his break.
I'll try to keep
Remember when
this
you
brief.
posted on
It's kind of
Instagram,
weird
you're like,
because
hey guys, taking a break from the podcast. Probably won't be on for a while. Literally next episode we uploaded. You're all back.
Yeah,
But to be fair, you
true.
didn't know at the time that we were going to take a month break. You kind of threw us for a loop.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I was kind of thinking one day, and everything just got like insanely stressful. Like we hadn't recorded in a while, and I was stressing myself out about getting back home because I was visiting with my family for the holidays. I was stressed about getting back home, and I'm like, I need to take a break. My mental health is like freaking out. I'm doing really bad. Just to keep it brief and short, so I'm just taking a little break to kind of focus on my life, do a bunch of things that like, make me happier. Get back in the scene. I've been writing on a blog to kind of like.
Brent really said the
What?
pod doesn't make him happy. See.
Nah, I love that, bro. I don't have to be here right now, and I am.
Yeah,
I
we
love
didn't
you
ask you to
guys.
be on it.
So
either.
yeah, I know
Exactly,
I wanted to
that's
be
my
because I
point.
love you guys. I'll definitely from here or there. If there's a topic that interests me, I'll come on.
Basically,
the podcast,
Brent's gonna
but
come
I'm
on
not,
when it's
like,
convenient for him.
if you want to look at it that way, yeah.
Just kidding.
But yeah, I made a post on Instagram that explains everything. So
It was also
I'm kind of
our-
taking a break for
it
a
was our-
while. could be.
That was our most liked Instagram post.
What?
Brent's
True.
like, hey, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be here anymore. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, I like that. Let's go.
But yeah, it could be a month, could be 6 months, could be a
Fingers
year,
crossed
could
for
be
a
forever. Who knows?
year. I'm just kidding.
But I do appreciate the support from everybody. I appreciate everyone enjoying the pod, and I hope you guys give Sam and Ethan a good time because they're great guys.
We're okay.
So I'll see you guys in 6
Maybe.
months.
All right.
This feels like my retiring
let's hope.
episode.
All right. Wrap it up. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Y'all have a fantastic week. We will see you next week, or at least Sam and I will. Don't know what we're going to be discussing, but it'll be more like this, where we're just kind of... Actually, this episode was more... There was just so much to go over. I feel like I just read off a list until we got to Marvel.
Yeah.
Hopefully that won't all be like that, but I feel like we really needed to cover it. I wanted to cover it anyway. I wish we could have discussed them more, but if the only way we could have
Same.
is if we would have broken it up into like 4 different episodes, and then after the first one, it just wouldn't be relevant anymore other than Star Wars. So,
Yeah.
well, it'll be good. Anyway, thank you for listening. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and day. And just take it easy. That's a wrap.
That's all right.
Sam also says that's a wrap. He's not here. He broke. Catch you next week.
Peace out.